Hello friend, today's concept is string. What do you mean by strings? Anything with written inside the double quotes is considered as a string literals. The string definition is copied from the Google's. Is the string one most common object in the Java programming, which are essential for the characters. As examples, the strings are like a strings example like a scalars. A lot of the characters are double quoted, so it's called as strings. And then new keyword is creating a strings in the heap areas such as equals method comparing to strings and replacing method replace the string characters as strings method get into the strings to the uppercase, and the methods which convert a string to lowercase, the splits methods, and these are the methods on the strings. The string is stored in the lang package as like java.lang.strings. Here the same things can also store for string builder and buffer. So a string builder and buffers are two immutables classes, and a string is immutable classes. A string, what do you mean by string constant pools? What do you mean by immutables? Here string is immutables, so we can't change the string is immutables. So string is immutable classes. So immutable objects, they can't be changed or already once they are created. However, we can only modify the reference to the string objects. This string is immutable in Java because of many reasons like security, caching, synchronized, and consistency and class loadings. These are the why a string is immutable and its benefits and the difference between these things. So we can go for now the programming how the strings will be built. So anything's written inside double quotes known as strings. Anything inside the double quote known as strings. Here also always variables are stored in the small characters. Okay, things. And if you don't create an object like a we don't create an object like a string str continue string. If you don't use the new keywords, then the strings will be stored in string constant pools. If you use the new keywords, then they store in heap area. Heap area is the storage divides like here. Here are the storing stack areas or the are the JVM memory structures like a method area is an area, heap area is there, and the thread ones, stack frames, then PC registration is the threads and native method stacks where we can store the variables. Is the variables is this. See variables. String is object types. This is variables and this is objects. So these are the variables. They are stored in a stack area. So every times we can store in like this. So the string constant pools will be stored in high, and this one is stored in heap area. You can see it created here. If high is created like a new string, so high is stored in the heap memory, and the where we not created anything, then the hello and these are the in string pools is inside the heap memory. Do not both are not the same, so both are the addresses will be different. Addresses will be different. Like if we can check like equal to then we can see false. both addresses will be different. So its return value is false. But if we are storing same things like a string str2 equal to new strings and storing the same thing like a high, then we check both are same things, but both addresses will be different. Both addresses should be different. This address and this address of a stack in heap memory is changing. So these are stored in heap area. So simply we can check both are same or different. So one equal to 2. Then we check it's also coming false because both are different in area. Different area we can store in the heap area. So if can check this one's all are the different, so there is a return type false. But if we check for what is inside that address, so str dot equals method equals then str2, we can check inside the, then what was the output we can check. So it's always come true. You can see because it does not check where it's inside. It does not check the addresses, it checks the what is inside in the addresses. So in this result you can check another like programs like str1 st1 dots equals str2, then it checks the addresses, it check the address of the object what I returning. So you can check yes it's coming, say the program you can check wait. Here checks first is false, so area also false, false first then true. So it checks the what is inside the addresses. Here inside the is the equals to the method which is return type is boolean. So it's, you can see by here and clicking the control and space. So check here the compares the strings as pair objects and yield true or false if the argument is not null. String object represent the same sequence and their characters. So checking the what is inside the an object, so it's overrides the equals method in the object. So Java class line package it can store. So string is always stored in line package. Here you can see it. So these are stored in the line package. String is stored in line package. See, stored in Java.line package where you can see anything what is stored in line package. So string is stored in line package. The class final string is final class. It implements serialized by variables and character sequence constables and constant indicators. It's a private final bytes values. Final byte coded hash code is there and hash is 0. Serializer is there. Serializer functions they are insights. We can going to forward classes we can study about these things. Firstly, what is the strings and how comes there are strings, there are lots of methods in it like a string char values, string checks, they are the throws, this is params, this are annotations, is string inits, code points, offsets, these are the methods inside that strings. You can simply go to any keywords and simply go control and click, then improve for that systems. This is also stored in line package. Line package is the uppermost superclass of any classes. Object is the main supermost class of the package. So string is and string constant pools. Here we can define as what do you mean by string constant pool. Is a string constant pools is a special storage of the Java heap memory where used to store the unique strings objects. Whenever the string object is created, first we check whether the string object is with the same string values is already present in the string constant pools or not. If it is available, then the reference of the two strings objects string pools is returns, otherwise in new strings is that it's simply discussing about the same things. I will tell that if the strings having the same value, like here we can as a strings, let's say third equal to same things like I, that it refers same things like simply sys out, like its addresses will be also same. To here I check, so here the true is coming, so addresses will be also be same for string constant pools. And here we can go where you can check the same thing we'll discussing like there. A string object is the same string values and they already present a string on question or not. If their values available, then the reference of the string object and string object returns. The same thing we'll discuss. I'll write the codes here. And a string is immutables. Always a string is immutables. String is immutables. So how can we can change the value? It's the string immutables and its reason security purpose for coaching and synchronize and consistency for the loaded class. They are the strings. And if you don't want a string as immutables, go for a string builders and a string buffer like a string builder. Yeah, string builder like this is a string builder. String builder is mutable classes in the java.lang package. Also it contains in java.lang package. Go over control and click on a space, then these classes open the declaration. It also the final classes is the extended abstract string builders, the serializables, comparables, these things become string builders, simplicity. They are, all are these capacity storing how they can store the methods which are pending on the methods. Here we can see by using simply control and click. You can check what is stored inside the string builders. The string builders and string buffers two are different things, but both are the mutable classes. So you can check like both are created in heap area. Both are created in heap areas. So you can check is their address will be same or not. Its address will never be same. So again we can check as can check whether their address is same or not. So they both are the objects, so we can use, again they are not coming. What are the problem again? Both are same thing. We use dot equals method maybe. Both are two different things, so we can use, no, both are different things, so we can't compare these things. Now this thing is completed. String buffer, what do you mean by string builders? Now we can use different strings methods. Anything inside the string method we can use like here simply it's like str equal to str dot. There the methods is present in the strings like caret. You can use caret. Here give an index anything. So simply try to build different method concept. String anything like str equal to simply write castle. Here we can change string dot caret I, simply caret I not 0. And give output. It's what is present in that caret, so it can print. Simply we can check what is present inside the 0th index is k. Simply we can write for loop what is present inside simply, and if there is a length, so we can define length like int length equal to str dot length. So length method is defined to what is the length of the character. So starting from 0, it's going up to the length 0 1 2 3 4 5 is going to characters, and the length directly print the length of what is the length. Simply you can check. Here we can go for loop int I equal to 0 and I less than, and length then go for I plus plus, and then simply go for control caret I. So you can check it's printing or not. It's printing like a KAUSHAL castles. Now we can reverse it and check whether it's printing or not. So how we can reverse? Simply we can go for here like length up to length and it's greater than 0 0, and simply going for minus minus and save the program and run the program. This is going to error given. So we can length minus 1 because length is 7. 7 is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 is the empty. So we go for exception and to check the exception we can go for length minus 1. Now it's coming as a 6th position. Now the L will be printed. You can check L is printed or not. So starting from L and it's printed to K. Now how to reverse this? Same way we can reverse the string. So how to reverse the strings is simply we can reverse the string. So going for same methods, and here we can take in as a strings, reverse as empty strings. If there is nothing stored in the strings, simply here we can reverse equal to reverse, and simply if we don't give reverse dot caret, if we simply add here with the reverse add and reverse add with is giving error, so we can change and reverse equal to reverse add and simply with the str dot caret I these things, and then we can simply print out reverse. Okay, so we can check the performance is coming or not. So here we can check the performance is simply the reverse is coming, and these things, these are how to reverse the performance. In string buffer we also can change into a string buffer. A string buffer is a immutable class, so string buffer, same things like a string buffer equal to new string buffers. Here you can return causal simply, and again so we can change into the small one. So how we can go for, we can use string buffer and then buffer reverse. Reverse equal to new string buffer. Here we taken as a empty strings, here we taken as a full strings. Now we can again go for loops. For loops, here we can go for int I equal to 0, and then I, not I, going for string buffer dot going for length or capacity or length, and the length -1, same things, and then for I is equal to 0 or equal to 0, so and I -1. These things again in the string, in the reverse we take as reverse, and simply we can dot append. Append is the methods which are present in the string buffer. So we can, here we can use string append string buffer dot caret, and here I. So in here we can use the reverse, because the reverse is here we can take as a string as a immutables. I here the immutables, so is automatically directly appending. As appending means adding the characters and storing into the objects, but says the character is storing, but it's not storing in the address. So we can use that here do not directly catch. So here we can use sysout and simply use check reverse is coming out. First comment out this programs, and this programs, now we can check from running or not. So here the same things is printed. So now in two ways we can reverse the program, by using a string simples and a strings buffer or a string builder. Same method is also for a strings builders. Now we can go for another how to count the character in the strings. So here we can go for how to count the character in strings and how to print a all permutation in the string. We can go for further one. First we go for reverse the strings. We can go for reverse the string in same methods. Simply reverse the strings. Here we can reverse the strings like this. Also reverse the same things by using these methods and count the number of given character in the pairs. Now we can go for count. You can count the character each characters in their strings. So we can go for methods like here we can go for a method like a public count. So going for a void and then here we can go for directly we can count the strings characters like as in strings str. Here we can type anything like a b c. Here we can take an as strings and here we can take an as length and length equal to str dot length and simply you can going for a for loop like int I equal to 0 and then I going for less than length and I plus plus then going for here so we can store anything so we can go for int count equal to ones and here we can go for again for loop for j so int j starting from I plus 1 and j starting from I plus 1 and going for j up to the length so length and then for j plus plus the again here we can check so here we can give also one commands like char array where we can take str dot to char array the methods where all those character all the string character are break into the array so like a is first person so here we can use ch of I going for condition if ch of I is equal to ch of j so by checking if the first character is equal to the second character or not if this character is same then going for count plus plus and here in the c in the j we can give it space so going for character single space is given now checking for this one's now going for if count is not equal to 0 and ch of I is not equal to space then we print ch of I and then we can print as simply count. Now we can check the program is coming or not then we can again recheck the program is here the program is coming like a is 4 times and then b is 2 times then C is 1 times, and D is 1 times, and E is 1 times. Now you can check for another programs like yes, you can take same thing. It's like A B B C C C D D. Now we can check for these programs here is coming or not. So you can run the program again and check, save the program and run the programs. Here A is 3 times, you can say A 3 times, B 3 times, and C is 3 times, D is 2 times, D is 3 times, so here D is 1, 2 and 3 times. So this way we can check the count of the characters in the strings. Here are the programs. Now the in the next video we can go for another logic of the strings. Thank you, and like and subscribe the channels. If anyone needed the PDFs, then comment me, then I will give the PDFs. Thank you.